Okay. Sarai? Sarai. Welcome everybody to Outward. Alright, so this is the tutorial. Because... Oh, there's a backpack here. Yep, welcome to the Outward tutorial, blah blah blah. Give me that backpack. Now, I've already done the tutorial once, so I already know a lot of this shit. So I'm not going to read every stone. I'm just going to, you know, absolutely house my way through this shit. Just to see if there's anything, like, I forgot the first time. Like, for instance, I could go this way and just skip this whole section. And see, there's the trail down there that I could pick it up on. But I don't want to do that. I want to actually, like, show you guys what's up. Alright, so the first thing the game teaches you is the most basic combat essential. Lock on. You know, I can see you, bitch. So you can just, you can kind of keep your eyes on him. The next one is your primary and specials. So, primary attacks, left, right, right. But if you go with that boom, boom, that little side swipe, or this fallback stab, those are both specials. Now, normally your special is your middle mouse button, but I rebound it to one of my thumb buttons, just because I feel like that's a bit easier for me. So I can hit, and then I can boom, and now I'm behind him. I like fade out the way, kind of change it. Or I can hit, and go off to the other side. But because all of my attacks are those same left-right swipes, those are really my only two options for a special other than that fallback stab. And he is dead. I don't know how to loot a corpse. I don't think it taught me that. But we'll find out later. Shield. So here's blocking. Blocking with your sword is fine because it still blocks 100% of the damage, but blocking with a shield consumes less stamina. And you gotta manage your stamina in this game. Yeah. Wait for it. Wah. Ow. Got his ass. Give me your mace. Give me your mace. Aww. I like the mace more than I like the sword. My little boy is not having a good time behind me. I should check on him. What is it, buddy? Okay, never mind then. And then stability, yep. You'll notice the white bar. How it goes down when I hit him. Ow. Or when I get hit. Oh, right. Trying to dodge with your backpack on slows you down. So the game advises you to take your backpack off. Now, his weapon does a ton of stability damage. Ow. Yep, see, knocking him down, if I have the stamina for it, gives me a few free hits. And then I go and I pick my backpack back up. Now, my guy's a bit tired. And as you can see, part of my stamina looks darkened now. Pretty sure I burnt that. And what I mean by burnt that is, if you drop your stamina too low, then you don't get to recover all of it. Alright, here we're learning about magic. You'll notice down there in the corner, I've got skills and shit. So what it's teaching me here is how to mix my magic. So number 3 is called Spark. It does little to fuck all on its own. Wow, I'm probably peaking my microphone. I think I just noticed. Whoop. Hold on 1 second here. I'm gonna make sure I'm not absolutely blasting your guys' eardrums out. I really should have checked this beforehand. Probably peaking my microphone. I think I just noticed. No, I sound fucking Gucci golden. I mean, I might be a little bit louder than, like, the music, but honestly, I'd prefer to be a little bit louder in the game. Anywho. So, Spark, which is number 3, does little to fuck all on its own. Sigil of Flame, which is my 4, is an actual factual spell, but it also requires material components. In this case, a firestone. So, I burn the firestone, literally, but now when I use Spark, it turns into a fucking fireball that deals fucking damage. Boom, see? And then I can go over here, and I can loot the ghost for the ghost's eyes and a fire rag. Yep. And see, you can fire that fireball quite a ways. But it has to be used inside the Sigil of Fire. Alright, up here, I'm pretty sure we're learning about different... Oh, Predator Leap, yep. If I trigger 3, or not 3, if I hit 2, I trigger Rage, and then I hit 1, and he does Predator Leap. Which, you know, causes him to leap. Now, we're going to do something real quick over here. We're going to drop the sword. We're going to take the mace. And I didn't see an archery section. Oh, this must have been the archery section. How did I miss that? Oh well. I'll bump into enemies later. I'm gonna sheath my shit. That's the negative status effects. Let's hit it. So yeah, I'm gonna have this rage red shit around me. So that's a poison swamp. If you... Oh! Yep, I just got hit by a floor trap. So now I take a bandage. I use the bandage and you'll see that the bleeding goes away. But you'll note, that took a minute. It took a minute to band-aid myself. That's because in this game, you need to be very methodical about how you fight, how you go into fights. Everything about this game. You gotta think, plan, and then act. You can't just do what you do in Skyrim, where you sprint around with a broadsword and beat the fuck off some wolves and bandits. You actually gotta, like over here, you take a water skin, you gather water. I'm gonna drink some while I have clean water in front of me. Alright, there's also, like, soothing teas over here that can help alleviate, like, illnesses, keep you cold. You can loot corpses for crafting materials for bows, bedrolls, and God, what else? You can get meats. I'm only gonna take the meats. And then come over here. Now, normally, I would go up to the tree, I'd gather the wood, but since they have a campfire kit here for me, I'm just going to grab the campfire kit. I then go into my nice, nifty backpack, which, as you can see, is keeping my current character nice and light, because I only have so much in my pockets. In fact, I'm going to switch some of this around. Because when I drop my backpack, I'll only have what's in my pockets available to me. So I'm going to keep the weapon kind of stuff on me. But then everything else goes in the backpack. Alright, now I can't deploy the pot without the campfire. So I deploy the campfire. Because I have a flint and steel in my backpack, I can light said campfire. I can then use it to cook this. Now you'll note, my water bottle appeared there for a second. You can boil water. But see, no need to boil clean water. But if I got it from like a weird river and I didn't trust it, I'd need to boil that shit. So that way, you know, it was clean. Which, honestly, part of what I love about this game, like, already, is the fact that it's a bunch of shit I learned in the Boy Scouts. Which somebody in the comments section of, like, the actual game talked about. He's like, oh, I learned how to... Oh, right, I didn't learn the recipe. So I need to go into my backpack, learn the recipe. I'm just going to drop the other one because I couldn't give less of a shit. Use the cooking pot, put the recipe in. Ta-da! And see, there's also travel rations, which you make out of meats and salts. These are... They're kind of like fuel for going from region to region. You need travel rations to like fast travel. I'm pretty sure you can travel there on foot. Like, you don't need to fast travel. But if you want to fast travel, which is probably safer, you need travel rations. Alright, so in here you learn about heat. Here's some clothes to help you resist the heat. Having plenty of cold, nice, clean drinking water can also help you resist the heat. Here's campfire kit, flint and steel. Some nice warm clothes made of furs and hides. Because being by a campfire can help keep you warm. You can also go underground, like into caves and into dungeons, to help kind of resist that temperature gradient. In here it talks about light sources. Here's another Nomad backpack in case you didn't grab the one at the start. Here you grab a lantern, and you see the lantern's hanging off my backpack. But I don't want the lantern lit all the time because it'll run out of fuel. I can hear my wife from over here screaming at the boy. And then there's going to be an enemy up ahead. So I'm going to equip my bow. Bam. 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 Oh! Right, my backpack's still on. Drop the backpack. Alright, so aiming is a toggle, by the way. Iron spikes for a tripwire trap. Yeah, so to aim the bow, you click once, you don't hold it. That's what led to some of my confusion in that kerfluffly scuffle. I was trying to hold that shit. In the rest of these are just like some nice armors, and then in the farthest one is some magic shit. See, some nice armors, a good shield. I kind of wanted that shield because it's a tower shield. Okay, I'm gonna take this just because I wanna cover a very important component of combat. And then, yep, here's all this crafting shit, and then just solid gold bars. So, a very important thing I want to cover. You'll note the impact on the Nomad Mace is, or the Iron Mace is 25. But the Marble has 29. Now you'd think, okay, so axes have higher impact. No. If I had a marble mace, it'd probably have like 40 something. The way that the weapons go in this game, from most impact to least impact, it goes mace, sword, axe, which I know sounds weird. Why would the axe have the lowest impact? It's because it trades it for raw damage. So, over here we've got 2 tents. Remember, if you're camping out in the great outdoors... Oh, he's ready to fuck up. If you're camping out in the great outdoors, you can get attacked. And the last thing you want to do is camp, like, right on the side of the road where everyone's going to see you. Like, you got to find someplace safe to kind of bed down for the night, somewhere secluded. But you've also got 2 different ways to camp. You can camp in, like, the simple tent, which is going to restore, like, the minimums and kind of, like, it's the bare minimum. Or you can have things like the luxury tent, which will restore more. It's bigger, it's more spacious. You can also repair your armor. And if you want to reduce the chance of people jumping you while you sleep, you can get guard duty, where you like actually take some time out of your nap to like make sure no one's sneaking up on you. Doesn't restore you as much, but it's safer. So that's why a lot of this game was meant to be played co-op. So like one of you would pick guard duty while the other sleeps, and then the next night when you guys camp out, the other one picks guard duty while you sleep. And you guys can kind of have that trade-off. You can watch each other's backs. You can have one dude who's like the archer or the mage, while the other guy's like your frontliner. There's just a lot about this game that's like definitely designed for co-op. Okay, so that was the tutorial. Speed running that tutorial. I don't have time to get into the actual game. I do work today, but when I get home today, I'll be getting into the actual game. And it really does start you off with the fucking bare minimum. Because I made a new character and all I had were like boots. I'm pretty sure that in the opening bits there, you kind of go around and you loot all your starter gear off of like the wreckage of your ship. But I've already hit the wiki because I'm that kind of fucking autistic. And I've looked at some of the classes and I already know kind of how I want to play the game. There's one class in particular that really fucking calls to me, and that is the Rune Sage. And I think I'm going to mix that with the Kazanite Spellblade. Wow, why did Blade peak my fucking mic? I want to mix that with the Kazanite Spellblade. I get a third one, and I'm thinking I'm going to go Philosopher, just so that I have the Chakram available to me. The problem is Philosopher seems to mix best with Cabal Merchant, or Cabal Hermit. So I might skip Spellblade and go Hermit, just so I can get like Ethereal Bolt and shit like that, and just really dive into the magic. Because that's usually what I do, like even in Dark Souls and Elden Ring, I dive fucking heavy into the magic. I'm going to turn my gain down a bit. I'm gonna drop me another 10 decibels, just so that I'm not peaking my mic every time I fucking talk. Now I seem about on par with what I'm gonna be getting into, and when I actually play the game, I feel like I'm gonna be fucking shouting. So we should be good. Alright, but that's all I've got for today. Real short compared to what I normally make. So I will see you guys in